Welcome to Taj's Kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make Shu Mai. So this dish, Shu Mai, is definitely not Japanese. It's originally Chinese, but this is also something that we incorporate in Japanese cuisine. Typically, we don't make this at home. We usually buy it from somewhere. There's a famous store in Yokohama called Kyoken. Whenever my family go through Yokohama, we usually buy this in a package and then we just steam it at home. It's very delicious and it's very nostalgic for me. And I just recently had an urge to try this out. It was very delicious, yet it was very easy to make. So I thought it would be good to share this recipe in this channel. So I really hope you give this a try yourself. Then, let's get started. Here are the ingredients for making Shu Mai. So for the main ingredients, I have ground pork meat, but if you can't eat pork, you can also make this with chicken or beef. Then for the vegetable, I have an onion, and then also ginger. And I have here tapioca starch. You can use any other starch, or if you don't have it, you can also even use the regular all-purpose flour. It'll bring the meat together and a little more chewier. Then for the wrapping, I have here Gyoza Skin. You can also make this with wonton skin, or you can also even make it with rice paper. Then for the seasoning, I have salt and pepper, soy sauce, sugar, and oyster sauce. You can't make it without it, but it'll make it more of the authenticness, a little more of the Chineseness to the flavor. Then sesame oil. Make sure you get these dark colored roasted sesame oil. Then let's get into it. So as the first thing, let's prepare the vegetables. So the onion, I'll peel off the skin, and make sure you have this bottom part attached. Then I'm gonna cut this into small dices. And for that, I'm gonna cut into strips like this without cutting all the way. And then I'm gonna slice in this direction. Then you have these small dices. Then you're left with this bottom part. Then for the ginger, I probably just need about this much. I'm gonna cut off this dry part and also peel off the skin. Using a grater, I'm gonna grate this. So with that, these are finished. Then now, let's mix up all the ingredients. And for that, I like to use a pot like this. And here I'm gonna put the meat, and all the onions, then the grated ginger. Then I'm gonna put all the seasoning, so 4 teaspoons of salt, also 4 teaspoons of pepper, about a teaspoon of sugar, also about a teaspoon of soy sauce, and then about 2 teaspoons oyster sauce, then about a teaspoon of sesame oil. And here about 2 tablespoons of starch. Then I'm gonna mix this up. And then mix it up with your hands. It's very important that the meat gets doughy like this. And this is finished. Let's wrap this in Gyoza Skin. So how to do this? I'm gonna scoop up about a tablespoon worth of meat, put it in the middle, and then you kinda bring in the pleats like this, just about. Then you're gonna make a loop with the thumb and the pointing finger, and then using a ring finger, that'll be our stopping point. Using a spoon like this, and then push it in here. And just like that, you have a typical shape of the Shu Mai. So then again, put the meat in the middle, you bring in kind of the pleats like this, then make a ring. So then just like that, and you keep making like this. And you think it lacks a little bit of meat, just put a little more, and just like that. So then with that, all Shu Mai is finished. Then we're gonna steam this. So I have a Chinese steamer that looks like this. You can buy it quite easily in most Asian supermarket, but if you don't have it, don't worry. You can also make this using a frying pan. In my other video of the steam buns, I'm steaming these buns using a frying pan. So you can check that out as well. But if you're using a steamer like this, you want to put something on the bottom so that the Shu Mai doesn't stick to the bottom. You can use a parchment paper, but you can also use a cabbage or Chinese cabbage like this. Put it on the floor like this. I'm going to put it in here. So just like that. So make sure you have enough space in the between so that they don't stick to each other. Make sure you have enough water in the pot. I'm going to turn the heat to high and bring this to boil. And by the way, these rest you can store in the fridge for a day or so. Otherwise, you want to put it in the freezer. Then from there, you can just steam it a bit longer, about 10 minutes or so. It's the perfect side dish for a dinner or even for bento. And once this comes to a boil, I'm going to put the top of this. I'm going to turn the heat to medium. Then we're going to steam like this at medium heat for about 5 to 7 minutes or so. I'm going to set the timer to 6 minutes. So 6 minutes has passed. So let's see. Oh yeah, they look pretty good. Then we're going to serve it like this. Let's eat. Smells so great. Let's eat. Itadakimasu. Oh, that looks so good. So shumai, we typically eat with soy sauce and also a little bit of Japanese mustard. Itadakimasu. So we'll dip it in soy sauce, a bit of mustard. Itadakimasu. So hot and so delicious. Itadakimasu. Because it's steamed and also because it's wrapped in this gyoza skin, no juice can escape and it's all contained and so juicy, so flavorful. And it's also so perfect to go with rice. And also, by the way, this napa cabbage you can eat with a little soy sauce. It kind of helps to cleanse up the palate. The flavor is so complex, so juicy. And if you want to, you can wrap the shumai and the napa cabbage like this. Itadakimasu. This napa cabbage adds a little more sweet flavor to it. Also so very delicious. Oh, that was so totally delicious. Oh, that's so delicious. So fulfilling. So as you just saw, making this shumai is really not difficult at all. And you really don't need any special ingredients, maybe except for the oyster sauce. But like I said, you can make it without it. This is just so delicious, and you can also even make a big batch and then freeze it for later. You can just put it in a steamer and then it's done in 10 minutes or so. It's just so delicious yet very easy to make. So I really hope you give this a try yourself. And you can also make a variation of this, put some shrimp or crab meat, and then you have shrimp or crab meat shumai. That's also a common thing and very delicious. If you did enjoy this video, I'd love it if you hit the like button for me. And if you have any questions or requests or any feedbacks, please feel free to write anything in the comments below. And if you want to see more of these cooking videos, please subscribe. Otherwise, I look forward to see you in the next video. Bye.